away from football practice, out of the woods, so you good.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So, like I said, I know you're extremely busy, so thank you for taking time to sit down and answer our questions. First question. Tell us how you got started into cars.
I always liked the cars, like, ever since I was probably, like, 7, 8 years old. I used to go, like, before it was Big Wheel, they used to have this thing in, I think it was Commerce, Georgia. At the track in Commerce. My dad used to take me there all the time, like, as a child, all the way up to probably, like, 12 years old. So I was hooked on cars since then.
So since you were 12, you were hooked on.
I ain't nothing like the smell of race gas.
Well, you said you were originally just hooked on cars. How did you get started with the racing?
The racing came after, like, I first started out going to car shows. And then, like, I realized fast, like, you only gonna win a car show if you got clout on the internet and stuff like that. So I was like, I really pretty much just put my money into a motor and I can go bet and win some money than trying to win a trophy. Like, the car itself is a trophy.
All right. So what made you go with a Malibu?
Honestly, I had an El Camino first.
Okay.
And I came across this Malibu, and it was $300. I didn't know what a Malibu was, so I bought the car for $300. And I sat on it for probably 4 years. Then I started seeing like guys coming out. Then you start hearing more about the G-Body. And I'm like, you got the G-Body in the backyard. So that's how I ended up with it.
So how did it go from what it was to what it is now? It took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, huh?
A lot. First thing I did on that car was change the headlights. And my daughter helped me do that. Yeah, after she did it, it's like she in the car just like I am. So she was out there. I was out there trying to take the headlights out. I had to put a new header panel on the car. She came up to me. She was like, "Daddy, I want to help you." So I gave her a filler head screwdriver. She started taking the bolts out. I'm like, dang. So I'm like, baby, when I get through the car, they're gonna be your car. And that's how the name Mally Monroe, like my daughter came up with that name.
So how did you pick the color scheme? How did all those things come about?
The last one. That's a good question. That car done been painted twice. Okay. The first time I painted it, it just was like a plain orange. I wanted like a burnt orange, but the guy didn't paint it right. So I stuck with that. So then the second go around, I was like, I want candy now. And I painted the whole car candy orange. And it looked good, but I was like, it still ain't popping. So then that's when I went back and put the black on top.
Okay. So did you ever think that when you first got the car and you first started working on it, you would be into it by this much money?
No. No. I hate to think about how much money you put in there.
Give us a roundabout.
Oh, wow. Like, I don't...
You hit 100 yet?
Yeah, I did. I probably did. Like, when I first, cause that car, when I first got it, I had the ballers on that car. I probably put about 20 in that car then. Then, after that, I changed it up. I went with the Ruches. Everybody know back then, 24 Ruches with the steering wheel, you was paying down to $6,000 for that.
Right.
So then I was like, okay. So I went to my mechanic, and I wanted to race, but I didn't want to go too fast. So my first motor was a 355.
With good heads.
With a good head, yes. 355. All right, I went to the machine shop. I think I might have spent like $8,500. So they put me. I was probably like 40,000 then.
Wow.
I made 2 passes. I didn't even take that car to the track. 355 with some good heads on that thing. I just had to have nitrous. Had to have it. So my mechanic kept telling me, he was like, man, the bottom end ain't gonna hold up. I was like, man, I ain't gonna put nothing but 100 shot on here. It'll be all right. He put 100 shot of nitrous on there. We took it out there in the road. It left hard. This thing I know I heard something go, whole bottom end gone. $8,000 I blowed in less than 2 seconds. So then we came back. He was like, man, we gonna put another motor in. You might well go and put something big in. And when he said big, I'm thinking about motorcycles. I didn't think he was gonna get in my wallet like that. So I'm like, so I'm thinking I'm doing good. I went to Summit, bought a block. He was like, I'm thinking that you just put everything in the block and be ready to go. I come back to Summit with a block. I'm happy. It's all nice and pretty in the crate. He was like, hey, we got to take it to the machine shop. I'm looking like, machine shop? So we went to the machine shop. Just the block alone, like, I think I ended up spending almost $3,700 just to get the block work after buying a new block. So then I knew right then, like, hey, I'm in too deep. I'm in too deep. They ain't include heads or none of that. Like, so it costs, like, people call me now and be like, hey, like, I want to build a race car. I want to go racing. I tell them, hey, save your money. Hey, go start you a business with it. You can go. You talking about spending $17,000-$20,000 in a motor just to get out there. Well, you can start 2 businesses, $10,000 a piece. Like, so if I would have to do it all over again, no, I wouldn't.
I tell people all the time. They were like, I thought I was gonna race my car, and then them invoices started coming in, and I was like, no.
Don't do it.
Because people don't realize you got to change your rear end. You got to change all these things in order to race.
Yes. Now you may just say, like, I got a fuel cell in my car. I put my fuel cell up, I might can make 3 good passes. That's it. A 15-gallon fuel cell, 15 gallons. If you go buy these cans of gas, that's $100 $100 for 5 gallons. So that's $300 to fill your car up. Just to run down the track. Like, it's ridiculous, but it's fun.
And when you go down the track, that's only 3 passes?
Maybe 3 passes. So you spending $100 a pass. They ain't even include nitrous.
So if you could give some advice to someone looking to get into big rim racing or racing, just racing in general, what advice would that be?
First thing, like, find you a good camp. Like, be more to whoever you go to build your motor than just a number and a paycheck. Like, build a bond with them. Because if you just somebody who just hit them up on the phone, hey, I want you to do this right here, like, they just in it to get your money. Like, build a bond. And the way I look at it is, like, when I first started driving trucks for a big company, every time I called in, I tell them my truck number LP5704. Or when they call me, they say this truck number LP5704. They only knew me by a number. Versus when I started working for myself, they know me by name. So you get you a motor builder or a team that's gonna call you by your name, or not just by what they know you as, or as an order number. Like, if you spending money with these people, like, have a good relationship with them.
Right.
So, like, that's my biggest thing with that.
So have you been able to do that?
Yeah. The people I deal with, they MA Performance. Like, it's a guy named Brad. Like, I can call him any time of the day. Like, he gonna be there.
Right.
Like, I ain't been to him in a while because I got businesses, family, other issues going on. But he call and check on me, and that mean a lot. Cause I spend a lot of money with him. Right. And he'll tell me, hey man, bring the car up here, let me check it out. So, like,
yeah, I can hear you now. It's okay, I can hear you now. So you said if you had to do it all over again, you would not race? Would it just have been a pretty show car?
Yep. A pretty show car. Like, right now, I'm stuck. Hey, while we on live, hey, anybody, I need a 79 Malibu door. Not the shell, I need the whole door. Yeah. Like, because, like, it's hard to find parts these days. For old cars anyway.
Right.
Somebody backed into my door, and I can't find a door yet. Right. Or if I find one, like, I don't want to spend $500 for shipping. So
Right.
Like, yeah, it'll be on the trailer at all times.
Right. So what can we expect? Because I think, are you under construction now? Is the car under construction now?
It is, but it still run.
Mm-hmm.
And while we on live, you're going to say this live, right?
Right.
So everybody on live, y'all go to Late Night page or tell Late Night now. Tell them to be an easy show.
Oh, so you drawing again on Late Night?
Yeah. Yeah. Then we run into the 8th. Not that other shit that he did talking about the quarter.
Mm-hmm. So
do that for me.
Okay. Well, I definitely will save it, and it'll also be on the YouTube. So there'll be a forever log of you trying to draw on Late Night at Easy Show.
Yes.
So
Chrome 37, I need a 2-door. Chrome 37, a 2-door.
So, who would you say, if you could race anybody, who would you want to race?
Late Night.
Just Late Night? Yeah. I mean, not Late Night. I'm just saying, not. So, Late Night is the only person?
Yeah.
Why?
Cause last time me and Late Night racing about Austin. Late Night didn't want to race me no more. He was like, just do it for the fans. I was like, okay, cool. I'm cool with that. So we pull up to the line. The guy at the tree come over and say, hey, when we run into the 8th of the quarter, I said the 8th. I don't left Late Night through the 8th. He keep going. I hit a call over there. He getting all he got. He hit his kid and everything after the 8th. I slowed down, but he get to the end of the thing, come back around. Oh, yeah, Olafly, I told y'all I was going to beat you Late Night. We ain't race for no money, and we race to the 8th. So I got to have it. I got to have it.
So it was a misunderstanding about whether y'all was racing to the quarter or the 8th?
There wasn't no misunderstanding.
You and Late Night are so funny. Y'all continue to go back and forth.
It wasn't no misunderstanding. That's my boy, though. I like Late Night. He a good racer. He a good guy, though.
So where do you see Big Rim Racing going?
If everybody can get together, like, it'll go to the top.
Why do you think it's such a problem with them getting together?
No, like, everybody feel like they're a boss in their own world, you know, like, instead of everybody just joining forces and being great together, everybody want to be a boss. Like, that's all cool, but if you got one man that's already, or two men already got their foot in the door, like, you jump in line behind them. It's a big pool of money out there. It's a big pool of money. Like, it's enough money for everybody to eat and be comfortable. But everybody, so they just want to be one man, want to say, I got $1 million. I ain't got to be that man with $1 million. I'm going to do $500,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, everybody just want to be number one. When they realize, like, you ain't got to be number one to still eat good and provide for your family. You ain't got to do that.
And not only that, heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Exactly.
Like, all that pressure. If you can make the money and not have all the pressure, why not do that?
But what job you know that it's gonna let you do that? What job?
Yeah.
What job?
Yeah. You're right. Well, if you could change one thing about our car culture, this Big Rim Racing, what would that one thing be?
Probably for everybody just get along, really. Like, minus the hate, like, everybody just get along. Because at the end of the day, everybody, the number one thing they say, we doing it for the fans. We doing it for the culture. If that's the case, why is there so much hate still going on? If you're doing it for the fans or the culture, it shouldn't be that much hate going on.
Right.
Like, that's
why do you think? Why do you think there's so much hate?
Because nobody don't want to see the next person doing better than them, or at least think they're doing better than them.
Right. Did you, before you got into racing the way that you do, was the hate when you just were doing just car shows? Was it hate then as well?
Yeah. Like, look, my thing is, and this is the way I look at it. Even though it haven't got to this point in rim racing, but just say if you got a black rapper,
right?
9 times out of 10, that black rapper will get killed in his hometown because there's so much hate against that black rapper.
Right.
And it start with, and it's the same thing with big wheel racing. Like, everybody that come up, build these big wheel cars, people in the car world don't know nothing about these people.
Right.
But it takes people from their hometown to get on there and start bashing them the way that they do. Now everybody knows what's going on. So it's hate all around us. But like I keep saying, like, we doing it for the culture, doing it for the fans. And we keep everything 100. Like, some stuff don't need to be put on the internet.
That's true. All business is not show business.
Yeah.
I say that all the time. Like, some things are not even meant to be discussed at all, let alone on the internet.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to, you want to tell us a little bit? He said it's the realest thing he heard all day, rags to riches. So you want to tell us a little bit about what's coming with the car? I mean, I know you don't want to give us away all your secrets. Are you going to do a color change, a scheme change? What we doing? Yeah. Changing the motor?
Yeah, we changing the color, changing the motor.
Everything. Changing everything. Complete overhaul.
Yes.
Can we get a hint on what's the new color gonna be?
Not the color of your hair. What color that is?
No. It's blonde.
Nelly should get some blood hair.
That's funny. So, do you have any plans to build any other big wheel cars?
Nope.
No?
Nope. No. Natalie the only one. That's the only child. Natalie gonna be the only child.
Goodness. Well, what happened to that? You said you had an El Camino before. What happened to that? You sold it?
I sold it.
Mm-hmm. So, do you have any plans to throw any shows or have anything in your local area?
I thought about it a couple times, but that takes a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of promotion. Like, right now, it just don't fit in my schedule right now.
Right.
Maybe next couple of years or something, like, I'll probably try to put something together.
Right. So, outside of big wheel racing, you own companies and you have kids. How do you manage your time throughout your life? Like, how do you manage your time?
It's hard. Like, I don't know. It's hard. Like, I got trucks and I got a detail shop, kids, football practice. Like, it's hard. I maybe get 3 hours of sleep a day and get up and do the same thing over the next day. Like, it's hard.
No wife or girlfriend?
Nope.
So that's definitely going to be hard when you start to try to date.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, when you're no longer here, what do you want your legacy to be?
A stand-up guy. Always keep his word. I give anybody a shirt off my back.
What would you like for your fans, followers, supporters, hell, I guess even your haters? What would you like for them to know?
Just continue to be great. Like, if somebody tell you that you can't do something, like, prove them wrong, show them that you can do it. Sky's the limit.
Okay. So where's the next place we can see you in your car and racing?
Hopefully, Orlando. That's what everything new. Yep, new paint, everything by the classics. But I will be an easy show.
But I was just about to say you just drawed on late night, so how you gonna say?
I'm gonna be an easy show. Even if the car ain't finished, I'm gonna be an easy show.
So we need to tell late night you looking for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
tell him I even wash his car before he go to the track.
Tell him what?
Tell him I even wash his car for him before he go to the track.
Now that's a stand-up guy right there. You gonna wash his car for him? You gonna try to gap him?
Yeah, tell him applying pressure is gonna get him right before he go to the track.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. So plug your business or your businesses.
I got a trucking company and I got a detail shop. Applying pressure, auto detailing.
Okay. So if you guys are not following, go follow Ola Flair. Go follow Applying Pressure. What you say is called Auto Detail?
Yeah.
Go follow Applying Pressure Auto Detail. Anything else we should know that we need to follow or?
Nah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. So, Ola Flair, thank you so much for sitting down with us today. Really appreciate it. Anything else you want us to know?
Nah, I'll let it come out later on.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate it. And so everyone, that was Ola Flair. If y'all missed